G'day, I'm Joel Gelding. Welcome to The Tackle. With me, as always, is Fremantle legend and former captain Shaun McManus. Hey, Shaunie.
Good to be here, Joel, for another week of The Tackle. Big games on the weekend as well.
Before we get into them, I just want to address a few rumours that we didn't do The Tackle last week because Adelaide Crows lost to Port Adelaide after a 24-point lead and Angus Moncrief's sunk us. That's just all propaganda, lies, and mostly truth. I couldn't be bothered doing it last week. I was busy crying and wiping the tears from my face.
Joel, you're absolutely stiff by that Monfree's leg break, mate. And I tell you what, wholeheartedly, if that hadn't have gone in, you'd have won that game.
Yeah.
Anyway, they lost.
We'll move on to the weekend's games that just went and start things off with Sydney Collingwood. This was an awesome clash. Didn't expect Collingwood to come out firing as hard as they did, but they are hitting some pretty good form at the perfect time of the season.
They certainly are, but you've got to take into account that Collingwood have beaten Sydney at ANZ Stadium just about every time they played in the last 5 years. So statistically, I think Sydney have only beaten them once in the last 8. If you look at that fundamentally, you would have backed Collingwood. Most people went with the Swans because where they are on the ladder, and Collingwood showed up yet again and were too strong.
It just seems that every AFL show in Australia right now would just love stroking Sydney and just saying, oh, they're a very good chance to go back-to-back. But then Collingwood, I know, just sort of showed us a few kinks there that they might have to work out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Sydney have such a tough run for the last 3 weeks as well. I've got no doubt when Sydney come to the finals, they've got the proven game plan that will make sure that they're deep into September.
Someone that probably won't be there is the West Coast Eagles, although they had a pretty good win against the Essendon Bombers, something like 53 points in the end. No one expected it to blow out that much. But the Bombers, the last 3 weeks, the ASADA drugs scandal, if you will, has it's taken its toll. They are shot.
Yeah, the wheels have totally fallen off there, Joel, so I'd watch tipping them for the next 3 weeks, that's for sure. Hopefully that saga will come to an end, hopefully this week. Anyway, good news, though, for West Coast. A much-needed confidence booster for them, and they'll need it because they played Geelong this week.
And they're playing for 9th spot, so a lot of teams playing for 9th spot this year, which is just going to be a bit weird. But Fremantle GWS, yesterday, pretty massive win for you boys. Not often you see Fremantle winning by over 100 points. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, really happy from a percentage booster point of view, and I really didn't think they would beat them by that much. Fremantle don't play the game style where they normally put on 20, 30 goals, and I thought it'd be, just a really good win and happy to move on, but 113 points makes a difference, and it sets it up beautifully for the next couple of weeks to maybe climb that ladder, Joel.
And you had about 15 players kick a couple of goals each, and we've got a special celebrity guest for the tackle this week. Hi, Nathan.
Hi.
Do you want to add something about AFL?
We're talking football, Nathan.
Oh.
Get out. All right. Well done, Fremantle. Let's move to this weekend's games. I think they're all pretty stock standard as far as the tips are concerned, Shawnee, but you'd say Friday night's big one. Hawthorn-Collingwood is going to be the big blockbuster.
Yeah, certainly. I don't think Hawthorn played that well last week to beat St Kilda, but, they're just starting to get the cogs turning yet again. Collingwood, as you said, Joel, they're in good form. This is going to be a cracker.
Yeah, and I think they'll have a lot to prove. They rested Franklin and Hodge. They lost to Richmond a couple of weeks ago. They put in a bad performance against Collingwood, and maybe some questions might get starting to be thrown at the Hawks.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll go for Hawthorn on that one, though.
And let's have a look at something that you enjoy looking at every weekend, Shawnee, the top 5 for Dream Team points.
Yeah, well, Joel Selwood had a great game on the weekend against Port Adelaide, the captain of Geelong, of course. He's up there in the points, number 1, in fact. Rory Sloane was the other guy. He was terrific for the Crows against North Melbourne.
Sloane Dog Millionaire. Oh, mate, love Sloaney. He has his own appreciation page, actually, on Facebook, if you want to click on that.
Clearly you're a member.
I'm a fan of Sloaney.
Matthew Loeb was the other one, Port Adelaide, coming at number 3. Jack's checking down the page. Ray Farron's been terrific for St Kilda this year, and surprisingly, Brendan Goddard made the top 5. He had 3 possessions in the first quarter. He ended up with nearly 30 and kicked a couple of goals, so quite a turnaround for 3 quarters in the game yesterday.
And about the only good thing happening in Essendon at the moment would be the year that Goddard's had, because, well, he wasn't on the peptides last year. All alleged, and nothing's been proven. But that's it for the tackle this week. We'll see you Monday next week and keep you up to date with all the AFL news. See you then.